If you just give me a sec, I'll just share this out and we'll get right. So excuse me for a minute. I have to find my stream. So good morning if you're watching this. We can monetize it because I don't plan to play anything that I shouldn't be. I'm going to get the link to my stream and then we're going to share this out. And then we're going to have some Eli fun. What else would I be doing on a Sunday morning if it wasn't having Eli fun? Obviously. I mean, my whole life evolves around him, so why wouldn't it? It's all right, Eli. You can live rent-free in my head, darling. It's fine. Let's get the link. Okay. So let's share some links this morning. And then we're going to have a look at, I suppose you could call it a mini Eli update. Depends how you look at it. I mean, this guy's got more shit than, well, he's so let's just link it all and then hopefully we will see who'll turn up. Let's get all of that shit off there so that we've got everything set up for Eli. Morning, everybody. It is Sunday. I have today and tomorrow off before I go back to work. So I know it's fairly early. It's 12:30 in the UK. It is actually a lunchtime here. So I know you early birds in America are only just waking up, but I do look shit again. I'm actually going out tomorrow, so I won't be here to restream. I'm going out for lunch tomorrow, and I'm going shopping with the girls. Going shopping with one of the girls from work. So if anybody would like to send a PayPal to help with that, please send it to PayPal. PayPal.me and Marcus Wayne 85. If anybody wants to buy me a drink, we are going to a pub. We're going to Wetherspoons and having some lunch tomorrow. So if any of my sponsors want to help me out there, consider it. At the minute, if I keep rubbing my side, people keep wondering why I'm rubbing my side. And the reason is because it's my eczema. It's playing up no end with the dry weather and it just, But, yeah, we're going to wait, see if anybody turns up. I know it's early morning. It is 12:26 for me in the morning. And I know in America, obviously, they're just waking up. But I saw a community post that Eli put up an hour ago. And I thought we'd go through it because I think the dominoes are falling. I think the dominoes they're like a domino effect. Once one person leaves, it does seem like it's just going on and on and on. And that everybody is leaving Eli. Are they leaving because of us? I don't think so. I'd like to think that there are people on YouTube, and I could be wrong, that have their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Like, i.e., this is not a cult, okay? As much as people would like to say it's a cult, and that this is like the cult haters of Eli, and that we unite behind the scenes on how we can trigger the cuck and how we can demise him, and none of that actually happens. Yes, we do talk about the cuck. It is no lie that people do talk about Eli, but not to the extent that he thinks where we're just like planning like some fucking espionage, fucking CIA, FBI, military fucking cahoots on him. I mean, if he thinks we've got that amount of time to make an organized, targeted hate attack, I mean, I give myself a medal for being able to doing that while I work. Who knew women could do it all? So I'm just checking everything's gone on. I give myself, I give myself kudos if I can manage to create a military attack on somebody and work full time. So as much as Eli would like to blame me and Tammy and J-Rom and lots of other people like Redpool, who obviously put out some of the videos and constantly was like, have you seen this guy? And J-Rom putting videos out, and me and everybody else. It's just not how it seems. It's just not how it seems. This isn't a targeted hate attack on Eli. This has never been targeted. We each individually have our own spats with Eli. I think he misses the point where we're not just a group of haters. Individually, he's done things to me. He said things about J-Rom and Anna. He said things about Tammy. They're individual stories which have come together to create a novel, i.e., hopefully, eventually, the demise of Eli. We each have our own stories. Gordo has his own story of why he hates Eli. I have my own story. You know, we each have had a part of Eli's history on YouTube, i.e., within my own stream or within my own existence within the platform. So it's not a targeted hate attack. We don't sit behind the scenes military operation strategizing against Eli. I mean, Jesus Christ. If he believes we have that amount of time to do that, I mean, then that's up to him. None of this is ever like planned ahead. I woke up this morning, I saw his community post. I'm like, I'm going to react to it because it seems like Eli's little gig economy is crumbling, and I don't think he knows how to rectify it. But being the caring YouTuber that I am, just imagine a halo, okay? Someone put a halo in on the video. Or a devil horn, either way. Things transpire, things happen, and I want to point out, just for once, not everything is our fault. I think at some point you have to look inwards to realize that we are not always the problem. It can't always be us, okay? Can't always be us. It sometimes can be. I'm not saying I am totally like innocent in the trolling of Eli. I have trolled Eli and I will troll Eli every day if I have to. But it's not to the extent that he believes. Do I want him off the platform? I would prefer he did it differently. Not necessarily off the platform, but change. And change is a hard thing to either hear, propose, or do, no matter who you are. If I wanted to change something on my channel, it would take a lot for me to change something. It would take a lot for somebody to say, look, I don't think this is working. You need to change it. And I probably still wouldn't. But after 6 or 7 years of Eli doing the same thing, when do you stop? As I said last night, if you watched my last night's stream, Eli's way of doing things on YouTube has consistently been the same. It's like flogging a dead horse. You know, if you do the same thing over and over and you get the same response, why would you continue to do it? The question is the same. It's basically a rhetorical one. Change only comes if a person wants it. Basically, Eli is too comfortable in his own shell. his own bubble, his own channel. He's not planning to change anything. He's not taking the coach name, however much he says, and I quote, that, he could take away the coach thing tomorrow. He's done it repeatedly. He brings it back. He said at one point he was going to consistently have the chat open. Did it for a couple of days, many, many moons ago. And he just changed it back and said no. Because all you'll do is troll me. And that is true. All we do is troll him. But why not benefit from that? I've never understood somebody who was trolled so hard like Eli, who couldn't see the benefit of having an open chat and being trolled just on his channel. The reason we have these restreams is because we can't chat. When somebody watches a stream, they want to talk. They want to express their feelings. They want to ask questions. They want to interact. If you're banned from a channel, you don't want to sit there and just look at a screen and not be able to type, not be able to chat. I don't know if anybody else has this feeling. I've never been to a chat before where I've not been able to chat. It probably sounds weird, but I've never been to a chat where I can't chat. Ever. I've never been to a stream at all where I thought, I'm just going to sit here and watch how it plays out and I can't type. Because if there's a question, a concern, whatever, as Eli puts it, why should you not be able to voice it? Why should you be silenced because your opinion is different? Which is why on YouTube, you can have your own channel, put your own thoughts, your feelings, your opinions out there. But to try and... He claims he doesn't talk about us. And Eli, you're just full of shit. You mentioned me last week. You've mentioned Tammy. You've mentioned J-Rom. You mentioned all of us. You even mentioned Red Paul by name. But you don't want to give us the clout, apparently. Now, you wouldn't give us the clout if you didn't actually talk about us on your stream. I think you're missing the point there. The clout comes even if you don't use our name. Within our community, people know who we are already. We're not trying to reach out necessarily to new communities to make a hate mob. That's not exactly what we're trying to do here. What we are trying to do is band together a community that care for each other, have each other's backs, want to work towards the future, but we're not necessarily stopping each other from reaching our own goals. J-Rom has his goal. He moved house. Tammy has her goal. She wanted to be a teacher. I have my own goal where I just want to have a happy, safe environment on YouTube to hang around in, to chat in. Good morning, Raven. We are all life coaches like Eli. Eli believes true life coaching is calling people out on their shit. When he blocks us, he doesn't like life coaching him. Good afternoon. Yes, it is 12:30. Afternoon, Bill D. I'm going to guess you're from the gig economy. I have had a lot of gig economy people coming over who either agree with what Eli is saying or disagree. Eli did believe that if he created some kind of hate campaign months ago back at Pedro, that people were just going to jump ship from Pedro and see the light and have an epiphany or something. And it didn't pan out for him as well as he'd wanted. He didn't get the response. Targeting Pedro, he believed. Oh, God, I'm sick. He believed that if he targeted Pedro, that people were going to jump ship. Morning, Pizza Demon. Yeah, get those air kisses in, Pizza. Now, I have been a long time viewer of Eli ever since his interview with Big John. Oh, okay, fair enough. So Eli's idea back in a couple of months ago was to swoop into Pedro's assert his dominance, assert his right to being a gig economy guru, whatever, and it didn't pan out. He did take a couple of followers his way that were Pedro haters, no different to us creating a community that hate Eli. He did nothing technically different to what we do. He took people that hated Pedro and created a little community. We take haters of Eli, we created a community. But apparently, we're different. Work that one out. We're different. We created a hate mob, and he just created a followers that have a difference of opinion. Okay. Whatever. However you want to sugarcoat it, Eli, you took viewers that hated somebody to your channel to then talk shit about them. But that's not a hate targeted attack on Pedro. But what we do is a hate targeted attack on Eli. Even though it's pretty much exactly the same. We have a group of people that hate Eli. He has a group of people that hated Pedro. He made videos on Pedro. We make videos on Eli. Is anybody seeing a difference there? Apart from he's a life coach, which apparently gives him a free pass in no matter what shit he ever does. You know, oh, I'm not allowed feelings because I'm a life coach. I'm not allowed to hate mob somebody because I'm a life coach. No, Eli, you can be a life coach, but you can't use that as an excuse every time you bully, troll, or harass somebody going, it's example purposes, my friend. It's not example purposes. It's targeted hate attacks. You have moderator group chats. We've been in them personally. And I know that you were, commanding the downfall of Lycan back in the day. And you were probably strategizing how you could infiltrate Pedro's and take all his followers because you have nothing but the utmost jealousy for anybody that has a bigger following, that gets donations, or just hates you. So no matter how you look at it, Eli, you want to say that we're a targeted hate attack mob. You did exactly the same to Pedro. The problem is, here's your problem. Our supposed targeted hate attack on Eli with our many followers created a community. Your targeted hate attack, in brackets, on Pedro created even more of a shit show for you than you realized. You actually came off worse. You attacked somebody else and somehow it got worse for you. Why is that, Eli? How did attacking Pedro make it so that it came off worse for you, but us attacking you, we seem to get no repercussions? You know why? It's because we're good at what we do. Morning, Holly. Voila. It's because we're good at what we do. We don't just make a video and just try and entirely destroy a community. We didn't go to Pedro's and the gig economy to walk in there and be like, hey, we're going to rip your entire community apart. We didn't go in there with that, but you did. You went to Pedro's knowing that if you went in there and typed on your little keyboard and said this, that, and the other, you could create some air because you'd been listening, as you claim, for months. You'd picked apart the community in your head, knowing who hated Pedro, who didn't hate Pedro, and the people to go for, and the people to gaslight, so you could claw them away. It's all a strategy and a process, Eli. Don't think we don't know how you work, because you've always done that. You kiss up the arse of certain people, the same as you did with any other community you've ever been in. You kiss up the arse of certain people. You're rubbing in their ear and telling them certain things. And it did work for you. You took a couple of followers. I give you a round of applause for that. You did achieve something. But what happens now that they've spent time with you? Now they've seen behind the scenes. Now they know the real you. As soon as you then got an interview with Pedro, supposedly you sold out. You took the devil's juice and you sold out because you went onto Pedro's stream. It's a shame when social media outlets seem to be a breeding ground for bullying and all kinds of issues instead of being a safe and learnable experience. Well said, Pizza Demon. As much as I would love to agree we're not trolling and harassing Eli, I disagree. It has to happen. I'm sorry. I feel that way. I wish I felt differently sometimes. You know, do I enjoy this? Maybe a little. Does it give me some kind of warm, fuzzy feeling? A bit. Do I enjoy it? At times. Sometimes things have gone too far. I will still never apologize for believing that Dawn needed a welfare check. That I will never apologize for. I'll never apologize for the fact that I think you saying that Gabby Petito just fucked off her man and deserved to die. You should burn in hell, Eli. You know, there are things he has said and done on this platform, not just trying to infiltrate in a community, but worse as shit. And still wants to take the high ground in all of this. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. So Eli made a post today on his community wall. This is fair use after all. He made a, hang on, let me just show you. He made a community post. We're going to put me in the little window. Hello. Going to put me in the little window. So he made a community post today, and this was basically complaining again. I know you're going to, does this guy do nothing but whine? And the answer is no. Flat out no. So let's take a look on what Coach Eli was whining about just a little over an hour ago. So at Help Gig Worker Brian, I saw your chat comments on Glitch-Restream, and let me clear this up one final time, okay? Have you been raiding Temu late? Yes, a Temu video is actually going up today. There is a Temu video going up at some point today. If you check my page, Pizza Demon, there is a video going up from Temu today, and there was a previous video from Temu either yesterday or the day before. So there are Temu videos are coming. I did not drink the Kool-Aid, and I did not sell out to Mr. Bet on You, aka Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Now, that's a hard question to answer. Did Eli sell out? He begged for an interview. Months and months and months ago, he begged for an interview. He was hungry for Pedro. He so wanted the attention of Pedro. Then when he didn't get the attention of Pedro, he did what normal people did, and he created a hate attack on Pedro. Of course he did. Then when things started to like simmer down a bit, he was kind of looking at Pedro again going, you know what, I could really benefit from working from this guy. So me targeting him probably isn't working. I should like rein it in a little. And I think that's what he did. He realized that he could benefit from being Pedro's little buddy than he could from targeting Pedro, because he didn't have enough people that hated Pedro. Yes, there are communities that hate Pedro, but they've also got to like Eli to jump on that bandwagon of Eli hate for Pedro. And Eli hated Pedro for different stuff. He didn't hate him for necessarily the gig stuff. Eli had a bigger hatred for him and a bigger picture of hate for him. So did he sell out? I think he did. I think he realized that Pedro was more beneficial as a cohort than as an enemy. And that takes a lot for somebody to realize that they're wrong. It did take Eli like 6 months though. He then says, I also don't have any issues with you or anyone. Now that is a blatant lie. The minute you jump ship from Eli's, you got to explain why. You need to have a fucking video monologue explaining the reasons you're leaving, okay? You can't just up and leave. He'll make 10 videos on you now. You got him nailed. He wants to be hypocritical, take the high ground everywhere. This is why he censors everybody. Exactly. I've known Eli for 7 years, Bill. He wants to erase dissenters and his own YouTube history so he can say he's perfect. Yeah, he's trying to take away 6 years of fuckery and claim the higher ground when he is literally bottom of YouTube. Literally bottom. So Eli then continues. Good morning, Tammy. Eli then continues to say, you all have issues with me being a YouTuber that's here on the platform for more than just 4 or 5 people that were pushing the Glitchgate agenda. Now, am I wrong in thinking that it was Eli mostly that wanted to push the hate against Pedro for the Glitchgate shit? Wasn't it Eli that was literally targeting Pedro for that hate of the Glitchgate? He was one of the, significant others that were pushing for Pedro to come out, hold his hands up, make a video, apologize. And it was Eli that was pushing people, correct? Eli wanted the limelight of the glitch with, was it Brian he was doing it with at the time? He was the one pushing people to hate Pedro, to get Pedro to confess, to get Pedro to own up. Did anyone observe how when Pedro asked him not really ask, but told him he actually likes the attention he gets from the haters? Eli would not answer, but you can see it on his face. Yeah, he loves the attention. He loves the attention and the drama, but he doesn't want his channel to be about that, because then it gets him a stigma of like wanting the drama, and then that's all he is. He doesn't want to leave that life coach title behind, and he never will. So I am proud to be a part. I was proudly a part of that back then, and I'm still proud of our accomplishments now. Okay, this one's good. What have they accomplished? Can anybody tell me in the chat, what has Eli accomplished with his 4 or 5 supposed Glitchgate agenda people? He said that he is proud of their accomplishments. Anyone know what they've accomplished? I'll wait. He did the same thing with Chris Cantu. He did for Midtown. So you know Chris Cantu. Eli singled him out, attacked him as a clout chaser. I warned him that he was doing the same thing to Pedro. Happily, it hasn't gone well for Eli. Making people sick. Yeah? We can go with that. I was thinking, Tammy, of a genuine, wholehearted answer where, he's strived for people that work for DoorDash. He's making a positive change. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Back to the. Okay. So what you don't realize, Brian, is that this could have been a one-time thing with Pedro and Hannibal channel. Wrong. Are you suggesting that you, Coach Eli, are not going to go back on Pedro and Hannibal's channel? Because if I am mistaken, did he not say to Pedro and Hannibal that he hoped this wasn't a one-time thing and that he hoped to collaborate with them in the future? Anybody hear that? I just listened to him on a video talking about the night Dawn broke down and he wouldn't go get her. Yeah, her car broke down and I think it was raining that night and he refused to go pick her up. I can't remember why he refused to go pick her up. I think it was because of the weather. Or was it because he, yes, of course he said that. Yeah, he did say that. Eli said, and I quote, that he hoped that him and Pedro and Hannibal could do more in the future. He said that. I'm uploading it to my Rumble. Okay, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, he said that literally on the interview with Pedro and Hannibal. So getting Brian to believe that this is a one-time thing, yeah, because it was rainy and windy. Yeah, see, Raven knows everything. I wasn't there, but Raven has her ears and eyes everywhere. Remember that, Eli. I know everything. Yes, he didn't pick her up. What an awesome boyfriend. Yeah, he left her in the rain and the wind. She probably found some other Pedro, not Pedro, what's he called? Chad. That was it. Some other Chad or Dante to entertain her that evening. So he then says, well, you don't realize, Brian, is this could have been a one-time thing. We already know that's not true. Or maybe there'd be some future opportunities for us to work on some things together. See? Counter into fucking answer there. He literally just said, well, this could be a one-time thing, but I wouldn't mind hanging out with Pedro and Hannibal and working together. He literally flipped the question both ways. Yes, I don't want to work with Pedro, but if the opportunity came up, I also wouldn't say no. Morning, Red Door Woman. He mentioned that calling the police was not an option. Why? My thought is because she was drunk. Yeah, and she'd get into trouble and probably end up with another DUI. Yeah, put that on your Rumble. So, counterproductive question there, Eli. Although you said that you wouldn't work for him and probably wouldn't go back to Hannibal's and Pedro's, you wouldn't rule it out if they really wanted to put you on there. So, basically, you're willing to sell out, if the price is right, basically. Eli is up all night taking screenshots of chat comments. What a loser. Yeah, he really needs to get a life, Popeye. So, I collaborate with all types of people on YouTube. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's all. Good, bad, or indifferent. You literally told people that you wouldn't sell out. And the minute Hannibal and Pedro were like, do you fancy an interview? You were running over there going, oh, Pedro, notice me. And thought that by going on that interview, you were going to get some influx of subscribers. How many new subscribers did Eli make from the Pedro and Hannibal interview? Anybody know? How many new subscribers did Eli make from that? Did he make any? Because I've not seen anybody new in Eli's chat that said, man, you were so on point on that Pedro and Hannibal interview. I came over here because I want to support you. The clout chasing cuck. The 3 C's, huh? None. That is an impressive number, Eli. Even me, I'm jealous of 0. I am jealous of the number 0. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's exactly why he co-produced a show with JB Gunner called The King and the Cuck Show. I was there for that. That was the glory days of trolling Eli, and he didn't really have a problem with that because he thought it would make him money. And then when JB made all the money from doing the King and the Cuck Show and Eli made practically nothing, in fact, a week ago, he was at 6.8 subs and it's down to 6.4. How does that happen, Eli? Must be magic, right? So he continues. Let me bring it down just a touch. Can you see that? I'm having to work on 2 different platforms today. So he says, I'm sorry if you see things differently. I will still be fighting for gig worker rights on my own. The question is, and I'm going to reiterate, okay? We're going to reiterate this question, okay? Are you ready for this? Why are you fighting for gig workers' rights when you don't work in the gig economy? Anybody know? I fight for retailers' rights and for customer service rights and sales assistant rights because I work in it. What do you get from fighting your own gig economy fight if you're not working in it? What is the point of fighting for better work hours, for better pay when you actually benefit from none of it? He's a real Cesar Chavez, tirelessly working for the downtrodden. I mean, he wants to come out as this almighty savior of the gig economy. He doesn't work in it. Still fighting for gig rights. Has he ever started? His focus is always nothing but drama. 7 nailed it on the head. What gig workers' rights? What has he done? What has he done? Because he's a great guy, Raven. Oh, that hurt. That hurt, Tammy. Oh, the pain I just experienced. I nearly threw up. Morning 7. And with other people that choose to respectfully work with me. What? Hot facts with Robert Reese? AZ Prod, so you've got an empire of 2 now. Okay, so what are we looking at? The fucking 3 amigos? Dumb, Dumb and Dumber? I mean, Jesus, fuck me. He wants to be a savior, but he wouldn't know how to organize a social movement, if his life depended on it, because he's lazy as shit. Good morning, J-Rom. I know you find it really hard to find my streams. I wish somebody can email you. Or give me your email, J-Rom, and I'll fucking message you. If I were him, I would not brag about Robert Reese. No, Robert Reese seems to have something going on. I'm not going to get too much into Robert Reese because I really don't want to highlight him. He's a failure at everything. Well, at least he's managed to do something. So he continues on. That's all boils down to. I am running a business and I never said that I wasn't. Okay. Now a business has profit, correct? Businesses, some of us sleep. I do sleep. It is it is 1 p.m. and I stayed up till 1 a.m. doing Anna's gaming stream. Look, it's 1 p.m. Yeah. Fallback time change. Ooh, yeah, we had our time change the other day. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I have been up since about 7 and I went to bed about half past 12, 1 o'clock after Anna's stream. If you weren't there at Anna's stream last night, it was so cool. I actually won Quiplash. I am actually happy about that. I'm sorry, Anna. I whipped your ass, girl. Okay. So I am running a business and I never said it wasn't. While it lasted, you, Brian, Jeff Thomas Black, Glitch Dash, and Torp were part of my business. So that's an interesting point. Well, a business may not have profit, but it has sales and customers, and Eli has no profit, no sales, and no customers. I sense a problem there, Eli. So what Eli is effectively saying is that, Brian, Jeff Thomas Black, Torp were never his friends. They were never his associates. They were never his buddies, high five. They were business clients. They were clients of his business. But I thought they were all working together for the same thing. Doesn't that make you friends, family, subscribers? When did they sign up to be clients? Did anyone remember Jeff saying, I want to be a client of Eli? I thought they were friends. But apparently Eli was just using them as he puts it here. They were, I do care about you more than just business aspect, but my business, here it is. While it lasted, you, Jeff, Brian, blah, 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 were part of my business. So they were never his friends. And he still doesn't make any damn money. Yeah. He had supposed clients, but didn't make any money. Strange that. So he continues, and this is Eli ranting at whatever time it is his time. So he says, now you're not. Yeah, now you are not. I think they made that decision themselves. That's all this boils down to. I do care about all of you more than just the business aspect, but my business will always be my priority. Hence you picking YouTube and your business over your own girlfriend. You literally pick your business over your own mother at this point, correct? You know, fuck your brother, fuck your auntie, fuck your mother, fuck your girlfriend. YouTube comes first, correct? He's the only businessman that consistently works for free. He is just such a giving man, J-Rom. You do not understand how much, you know, of his whole being is put into just working for free. Tammy, this proves how delusional he is. Yeah, good morning, Joe Schmo. Good morning, Joe, if I didn't say hi to you. So not only does he not have any clients now, he is still working for free. If people went in under all of their stock accounts that they burned trying to talk to Eli, he would be down to under 1K subs. Yeah, all those stock accounts that he has ever banned, he should be grateful for. Think of the amount of traction he got from those stock accounts. How much content he got from those stock accounts talking to him. So, take care for whatever it's worth. Ooh. Do I sense a bit of stabby in the back there? Take care for all it's worth? That doesn't sound very genuine. Wow, that sounds mean. Eli's woke up this morning with a mean streak. Take that for what it's worth. That means he literally does not give two shits. That speaks volumes. He literally doesn't care whether you're with his channel, whether you're not with his channel. He just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm not passive aggressive, but fuck all of you, okay? Fuck you. Fuck everybody, okay? The whole gig economy can, like, take one. He literally doesn't care. So he continues. Oh, I have a family to provide for, and this is how I want to do it. Are they, ipso facto, starving to death then? If this is another example of being the most positive channel on YouTube, yes, exactly, Bill. Bitter Cuckold. I like the name of that. That could be the new bit. Bitter Cuckold. He does not care about anybody but himself. Yeah, he doesn't even care about Dawn. If you hadn't watched the Pedro and Hannibal interview, Pedro posed the question of if his purpose was getting in the way of life and family and shit, would he stop doing YouTube? And he said no. He literally said no. Oh shit, did Kaki go ballistic while I was asleep? He's always going ballistic. If this bitch boy doesn't even sleep. Negatively positive or positively negative. Yeah, he can't decide whether he wants the most positive channel on the internet or the most negative. It depends what morning he's had or whether he's had his ready bricks. I don't know. But we can gather that he runs it as a business. Okay, some people run YouTube as a business. Most people have friends on YouTube. Holly's a friend, Tammy's a friend, J-Rom's a friend. They're not my clients. But then again, I'm not running a business. Businesses make money. I've made £90 this week in British money from my friends and loved ones. I've made more than you supposedly running a business with clients. And yes, I may be a bit negative. Let's not sugarcoat that. My channel isn't exactly positive. But I'm making money, Eli. At the end of the day, if you want to have a business, business makes money. Business plan, business put into effect, outcome, profit. Am I missing that? Someone help me out here. That's how a business plan works. I actually studied business. I actually passed my business at high school. So I do have some insight to the business world. And I have been self-employed myself. So as he carries to wine, coaching on YouTube with my girlfriend Dawn is both of our purposes. Okay. Anybody got any problem with that sentence? Last I checked, that is the purpose of a business. maybe we're looking at the wrong business plan here, Tammy. Eli has 0 paying clients. I'm not even sure if he has clients, let alone 0 paying ones. He calls himself a business and life coach. Oh, I know. It's a tricky 50-50 situation, isn't it? Damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. So coaching on YouTube with Dawn is both of our purposes. Anybody have any thoughts on that? The purpose of Eli and Dawn is to do YouTube coaching to make no money. Dawn's purpose is to be a coach. I see a problem with that, Eli. And here it is. Here's the problem. Business and relationship coaches. Well, Dawn's never had a successful business, and neither is Eli. And Dawn's had failing relationships, and so is Eli. So at least we're going to learn to be both failures. Exactly, Popeye. Morning Flex. Hey, peeps. So I don't believe Dawn woke up one morning and, hey, I want to be a life coach. Dawn doesn't want to be a coach. She doesn't even want to be on YouTube. If Dawn was really invested, let's just say, just for a split second, okay, Dawn was invested in this. She wholeheartedly, her heart was wanting to be a life coach. Okay? Wouldn't she push to do videos? Wouldn't she push to do live streams? Why isn't she live every day like Eli, doing her own mini shorts, pushing her own videos? Dawn's not pushing anything unless it's a bottle of drink down her throat, okay? Let's be honest. She cares more about sitting at home, chilling and watching Netflix and getting hammered, unless I've missed something in the book of coaching, yeah? I bet all Dawn wants, well, nailed it on the head, Mr. Flex. What's wrong with just wanting to be healthy and happy? Dawn just wants to drink while her bills get paid because Eli's funding it somehow. I still don't know how he's funding her drink habit because... So, while everyone else on here on YouTube could be considered important, anyone see a problem with that? Anyone see a problem with that? While everything else on YouTube could be considered important. Could be considered important? Could be. So what you're trying to say, that the gig economy isn't important to you? Your friends aren't important to you? What actually is important to Eli? Because it can't be profit because you've made none. And it can't be friends because you have none. So what is actually most important to Eli about YouTube? Because you've got no clients and no profit. So what about YouTube is important to him? No friends, no family, no clients, no profit. I'm stumped. I'm stumped. I must say, for the first time ever, I am absolutely stumped on that answer. What is important to Eli about YouTube? Maybe the drama? Maybe the drama's what fixates him on YouTube so much that he's just like so invested in it. Because it isn't money. If I did YouTube for 7 years, which I have done, and I made no money, I'd stop. I've made thousands of pounds in the 7 years. I didn't get monetized until the last 2 years of doing YouTube because I really wasn't trying. And then when I actually did try, I got monetized. So look at that. But money isn't everything. Or is it? When you come on YouTube, do you need to be monetized? Do you need to have money? Not necessarily. Ad revenue that is trying to get so desperately that he will never get. Yeah. I'm not so fixated on subscribers, watch hours, numbers. I'd like to keep monetized, don't get me wrong. I do like the ability to have super chats and super stickers and members and shit like that. I do like it. It took me 5 years to get there. Yes, it did. But then I had a job, I had kids, I had a full-time outside of YouTube life. When my kids grew up, they've left home. I now live alone. Me and my partner separated. I have time for me. And that is how I got monetized. I had time for me. Ugly Duck. That Eli cringe. Hey, Ugly Duck 100. As soon as Eli got into the gig economy, all of his other subs and mod became second-class citizens. Yeah, he picked and chose who's important, but it's who's important at that space in time. You know, back in the day when he was trying to kiss the ass of Lycan, all he fixated on was Legion. You know, Legion, Legion, Legion. You know, when everybody told him it was a bad idea to become friends with Sarah and Lycan and squash the beef, half of his followers jumped ship. They all left. All left. And now the same thing is happening. He wants to be best buddies with Pedro, and people don't like Pedro. And it's the same thing when people didn't like Lycan. If you weren't around for the Lycan stuff, he so wanted Lycan's validation. Constantly. Attention, attention, attention. So they made peace, okay? Lycan and Sarah have made peace with Eli. For whatever reasons, they have their own reasons. But none of Eli's followers like the fact that they've made peace, that they were going to be friends. Eli has this weird idea that Lycan and him are going to collab in great big empire, and that never happened. But he lost all his followers because of it. Now the same thing is happening. He was trying to get Pedro's attention. It didn't work. He then created a hate mob against Pedro. Pedro and Hannibal said, "Do you want an interview?" They interviewed him, and now half of his followers are jumping ship. A bit like the same with Lycan. He's trying to latch onto somebody that has influence, donations, and subscribers. No different to what he did to JB, and no different to what he did with Lycan. If you've been here the entire 7 years, you will have seen it with nothing has changed. It's the same cycle, just repeated many years later with a different creator, same tactics, barge in, try and take followers. They then decide that they don't like you. You create a campaign against the main person, which is basically what you did with Lycan. And then when things don't go your way, you bitch and whine, complain, make hundreds of videos, claim you're the victim, yada, yada, yada. They then said they'd interview you. You jumped ship and sacked off all your gig friends. It's just how it's going. I'm sorry, Eli, but this is you in a nutshell. Anybody in the chat will know this. People like J-Rom and maybe Joe Schmo and people that have been here from back in the day will know this is just another circle of Eli doing one thing and then going back to the start and restarting it. So he continues on and says, while everything else on here on YouTube could be considered important, it will always come second to our purpose. So basically, if you don't do as he wants and help him make his purpose, he doesn't give two shits about you or yours. It's all me, me, me. It's all me, the victim. Me want money. Me want attention. If you don't help me get it, you're no use to me. So he didn't give two shits about Brian. He doesn't really care about Robert Reese. He don't give a shit about Damien. He didn't give a shit about anybody. Any of the gig economy people that he was in there with, if they didn't care about his purpose, making him money, growing his channel, he's not interested in you. It's a simple fact. You're just going to have to take your little moment and realize that Eli is a self-centered, egotistical prick. And he's only on YouTube for one thing and one thing only, and that is self-goal. Self-goal. He doesn't even care about Dawn's goals, let alone anybody on YouTube. If he can't care for his girlfriend's health and well-being and what she wants, why the fuck else would he care about anybody else? Especially if he wants to call it randos, degenerates, clowns, mentally challenged people on YouTube. Why would he give a shit? All he looks for in a person is how they can be leveraged for his benefits. That is an absolutely cold-hearted facts there. All he looks for in a person is how they can be leveraged for his benefits, i.e. he liked Pedro because that is all he wanted him for. Did I hear Torp say Brian paid for a membership to be on Eli's channel? I have no idea. You'd have to ask somebody else. I don't know, Holly. I haven't really listened to Torp. I'm more of a Mr. Flex fan than a Torp fan. Torp's all right, but I watch Mr. Flex more. I wish you nothing but the best, man. No, he doesn't. And maybe our paths will cross once again down the road. If not, take care. So that was Eli a little over an hour ago, you know. But, oh, look, Popeye. Look at you. Coach Arrowhead. I've been I can't read that. Successfully living rent-free in your head, sir. Despite my level of success, you are fully invested, bro. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, Eli. You're stalking everyone's chats now, are we? We're stalking everybody's chats. So it says, at Popeye, correct, but all the dating apps are not the way to go. About it, anyway. These days, that's a pure shit show. But Eli can demonstrate substantial success. Can't demonstrate substantial success at anything. Look at you there, Popeye. Yeah, true story. Oh, it's a true story. Torp said Brian paid for a membership to be on Eli's channel. Okay. So if you want to go see this, that was Glitch Dash's chat. That's actually embarrassing, to be honest. Yeah. So there is the post from Eli. If you want to go read that yourself and make your own perspective on it, then please do so. Eli obviously is still not sleeping because he was up this morning writing that. Remember to give this a big thumbs up as well. If you want to support, remember a super chat or a super thanks or a membership will help. I do this free of charge. I do troll Eli for free, guys, but I do, like a donation as well. I think it was Laurie that became a new member. If I remember rightly, I had a new member a couple of days ago, and it was Laurie. I did an unlisted stream, and Laurie decided to become a member. So thank you to Laurie for that. I now have 8 members, I believe. I have 8 members. I am going to put a video up on there at some point. So don't worry. You got this. You got this. I also have this on for you, Eli. Today's t-shirt, because some of the men on here seem to like all my t-shirts. This is today one. You are on mute. This is for Eli. Because some of the times I actually do watch your streams. You're going to laugh at this. Just with no sound. Just with no sound. And especially the Robert Reese stream the other day. I don't know about anybody else, but I actually had to turn him off. I had to turn him off at one point because my head was going to explode. Hey, North. I thought he said Dawn's mother was coming to visit, so he is up in the middle of the night. Yeah, Dawn's mother's coming this weekend or this week. Was it this weekend? At some point. Yes, he was up in the middle of the night doing laundry. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't feel the need to do laundry at like midnight. Nothing comes before YouTube. Yeah, not even Dawn's mother can come before YouTube. So that was Eli's thoughts on Brian leaving him. I don't think he liked it. I don't think he liked it. I don't watch Idiocy anymore. No, I'll only watch Eli if it's a restream. If there's no restream going on, I'm not watching Eli. I'm sorry, but I just can't. I can't tolerate it. The brain hurts. I have never done laundry at midnight. Me neither. My laundry is done on a Sunday morning. I wake up on a Sunday morning. I put my uniform in for the week. I do my washing on one day only. I'm not up at midnight doing washing because, firstly, I want to sleep. Is there anything more annoying than hearing a wash machine going around? And plus, I live in a flat, so I can't do my washing at night because it wakes my neighbours up. I have to do it during the morning. Smash the thumbs up. Eli wants to be Pedro. Hey, Eli, or Pedro, or Once, whatever you want to be calling. Listening to him while killing brain cells. Yes, him and Robert Reese together create a barrage of white noise. I don't. It just feels like white noise. They're saying stuff, but they're not really saying anything. I think it was J-Rom that said that Robert Reese talks a lot, but he's not really saying anything, or he's not really saying anything of use. Dawn will need a good explanation for her mum as to why she's wearing dark sunglasses inside. Yeah, she's probably so fucking tired of having Eli streaming 24 hours a day. I have never done laundry at midnight. Oh, you have done laundry at midnight when I lived alone. I can't because I live in a flat. He streams in the middle of the night because he knows we sleep and can't restream. And he admitted that back when Jamie was restreaming. But what? Don't you want an audience? Don't you want someone to interact with? Don't you want an audience? I don't know about you, but if I sat here right now and I didn't have an audience, I'd stop the stream. Why would you stream with no audience? Who cares? Whatever you've got to say at that particular time is usually important enough that you want a rapport with somebody. You want to chat with somebody, do you not? Am I missing that? Morning wisdom or good afternoon. It can't be white noise, Robert, or claim you're being beige noise, okay? I'm not losing sleep anymore. I would do laundry 24/7 if I lived with Eli. Yeah, just to drown out his voice, I guess. Morning, angels. I love doing laundry at any hour. You people and your laundry. Yeah, but you know, I find that Eli doesn't really say anything. Eli to me is just noise. It's just white noise, beige noise, whatever to be racially appropriate. Fuck me. Got to be racially appropriate about noise. This is what I think of Eli. He should be muted until he can come up with something new to talk about, because it's just the same stuff. And now he's going to Robert and claiming, you know, I'm the victim. They're trolling. They're harassing me. You've made videos on all of us recently. You mentioned me the other day. J-Rom gets a mention at least in every video because for some reason you think he's every single troll in your chat. I can assure you he's not. And he said it himself. He can't troll you 24/7, Eli, because he has a life, okay? Tammy's had mentions in your videos. You mentioned Holly. You mentioned Red Paul Jack. Pink noise. All right, better buy a oral beep. Fine. Non-binary noises. This is getting ridiculous. Watching Robert in Talk Chat yesterday really was a confirmation of how delusional and stupid somebody can be. Well, sometimes it takes a while to show how stupid you are. I personally cannot watch Robert. I can't stomach to watch him. My head hurts because he's talking, but he's not saying anything. And I get that with Eli. Eli can do an entire 2-hour walking stream, front to back, back to front. I still don't know what he's talking about. I lose whatever the topic is. About halfway through the walk, I've lost the topic somehow. The narcissist uses the word salad when they're confronted with something that they don't want to talk about. Or if they're being called out. Yeah, they jumble their words. They jump from different conversations. They have some kind of ADHD when it comes to just talking about a topic. They can't just talk about the topic and then move on. They've got to dart all over the place and constantly looking at the chat and constantly worrying about the trolls, which is kind of what ruined Eli's interview with Pedro and Hannibal. He was watching that chat like a hawk. He weren't even listening to some of what Pedro and Hannibal were saying, and the same with Robert Reese. I don't believe he was listening to that. Eli watches that chat like a hawk, which is why I knew if I went to Pedro's or I went to Robert's, Eli would have probably had me banned because he knows I hate him. It's no secret. I make videos on it. Like, I'm not stupid. I know that I have a bad name when it comes to Eli, and actually I'm quite proud of that. Just when you think you have seen the most dumbest delusional idiot, Virginia comes along. I don't know Virginia Angel, but I do know that you two have some beef. But yeah, it does show a lot of. Eli talks a lot of mumbo jumbo like the rest, but he's funny and entertaining. He is. The problem is it's when it's the same stories. Angels, exactly from Calais to Virginia. Virginia, I believe, is a person that Angels had a falling out with. Oh, wait, both Cali. Yes, all the crazy people come from California. All the crazy people are from Cali, okay? That's a thing now. All crazy people are from Cali. My drink is empty. Oh, I need some drink. But they say they are pretty quiet when they are called out, when they retaliate. Yeah. People get shot down quite a lot. Eli's one of them. He'll run his mouth. He'll then get some beef come his way. And then suddenly it's, oh, well, I didn't start this. I didn't instigate this. I'm not even talking about them. You've literally been talking about them for weeks or for months. And now the shit's hit the fan. Eli wants to backtrack and go like, well, I haven't said anything. Couldn't possibly be me. Yeah, she's Angel's stalker. If you want to call me a stalker of Eli, you'd probably be right, but I don't follow him over YouTube. I really don't. I don't have time to follow Eli. Eli's life on YouTube isn't that exciting. Okay, he did an interview with Robert Reese. What did we learn from that? Nothing we didn't already know. What did we learn from the Pedro interview with him? For me, nothing. Already knew it all. Eli came out with the same victim card, the same poor me, the same we're being targeted and hated. But Pedro and Hannibal aren't stupid. They'd gone through all of your stories. They'd fact-checked. They'd gone back through everything. You know, we learned that Robert Reese is a racist. We did, but we didn't learn anything new about Eli. We didn't learn anything about Eli that hasn't already been said or done by him because he doesn't have anything else. Every story he's ever told on YouTube has been told, rewritten, told again. You know, we learned way more from Pedro and Hannibal. Yeah, I learned more about Pedro and Hannibal than I did about Eli in that interview. I learned that Pedro and Hannibal are actually cool guys. I'm getting new neighbors. They are Russians and live in Cali. They bought 20 acres to build a house and said people they need to get out of crazy land. Wow. We did. To be fair, we learned more about Pedro and Hannibal than I did about Eli. If we don't stalk Eli, my life would be empty and without purpose. Oh, Joe. Oh. Well, we can't have that then, can we, Joe? We don't want Joe to not have a purpose. Oh. And here was me thinking of never trolling Eli again, and then Joe's like, but Joe, but Raven, I want to have a purpose. What will I possibly do without Eli? I can't break Joe Schmo's little heart and stop trolling Eli. We have to keep our trolling videos strong. Oh, she's still mirroring, mimicking you. Oh, tell the bitch to get a life. She's still doxing, slandering you. She's obsessed, liar, and a fraud. Oh, Angel. Some people are just morons. Yeah, keep your purpose, Joe. Keep your trolling videos strong. Yeah, we cannot let our little Joe Schmo be tossed to the side with no purpose. I'm sorry, Joe, you feel that way, but we have to stay for Joe. I need meds, I guess. But no, if Eli wants to claim his purpose on YouTube is to be a life coach, my purpose is to make sure that he never becomes one. There goes the property taxes. I hate it when Californians move anywhere near me. We don't have a lot of Americans in the UK, although they don't live near me. Be right back. Changing from Android to iPhone is way easier to chat. Oh, no worries, Angel. I'm not going anywhere. As you can see, I'm here. I've been here for an hour and 11 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Remember to thumbs it up if you enjoyed this video as well. Let Eli know that we are a bunch of haters and we're going to continue. And if you want to support the channel, the PayPal is... If you want to support the channel, Super Chats are the way to go now. Instead of PayPal, because I am actually back off holiday and I am back to work on Tuesday. Tomorrow, you probably won't get a stream. I'm heading out. I'm going out for lunch. I am going for a meal. So I won't be around. I'm also going shopping. So if anyone wants to donate to my PayPal to help fund my lunch, I know Bodacious donated money for drinks when I went on holiday. If anyone would like to fund my drinks at Weatherspoon or my lunch, you can send it to PayPal at paypal.me@MarcusWayne85. Or if you want to donate to the channel and support the cuckery, just give a super chat. You know, my purpose is a lot of different things. I cannot see focusing on one certain thing as my purpose, but I think when God passed out Eli's brains, though he said trains and refused. Yeah, I don't know. My purpose on YouTube, I don't know. I've never really thought of having a purpose on YouTube. We still have heard nothing certain from Dawn. No. Dawn has, ipso facto, not been on a stream and she's not commented in any more chat. She's not been around still. So make that what you will. Silicone, my town is only 2,400 people. Oh, I wish I lived in a tiny place. I doubt they will affect our taxes. If we were inundated, then I would be worried. Oh, don't you hate Californians? Especially ones named Eli. I hear there's a stigma against them. What am I suggesting? How dare you? But yes, I need my phone a sec. Oh, what's this? Oh. So Tammy is putting something on her Rumble. Tammy's putting something on her Rumble. I believe it's the video to do with concerning Eli leaving Dawn at a petrol station, I think it was, and deciding that he couldn't be asked to pick her up. Not because he's a selfish man. Dear God, why would you suggest such a thing? It was because it was windy and rainy. Dawn's car broke down and she was stuck. And apparently the wind and the rain were the reasons Eli didn't go to pick her up. What an upstout gentleman. Yeah. You can see the picture we're painting here. He cared so much. He probably had a live stream as well. He was probably like, Dawn, I love you, but I have a live stream planned and I can't let my followers down. Is there any way you could just walk home? I can't see treating my family the way he has his. Me neither. If I treated my family as bad as he treated me, I would expect my family to sack me off. Dissociate from me. Or I would expect my family to dissociate from me. There is my PayPal link. If anyone wants to donate to me going out to lunch tomorrow, I will get it quicker by PayPal than I would going through YouTube, because obviously I'm going out tomorrow. So if anyone wants to donate enough just to have a drink or some food, the link is to my PayPal. And if you want to donate to the channel on the Cuckery of Eli that I will get at the end of the month, donate to Super Chats. But the PayPal one is for me going out tomorrow. I'm going to lunch with Holly. We are going to Weatherspoons. We are going to go look at some Christmas shops. Christmas has hit the UK. We're going to go look at some displays and some Christmas and try and get in the Christmas mood. Maybe. Who knows? So if you want to donate to me having a tipple and some lunch, go to PayPal. If you want to support the channel and the cuckery that I do every day, go to a Super Chat. Eli wants to be Pedro. Yep, Dawn's current state and perhaps even her true whereabouts are still unknown. All we know is supposedly we heard what we can confirm was a woman's voice on the Pedro and Hannibal interview. And we can also confirm that we have seen somebody being the optimum word, typing in the chat. Whether it was her, I don't know. Anybody could type in the chat. She has not still been on camera. That's what we can definitively say. Dawn has still not been on camera since the incident of her disappearing last Wednesday. From the family emergency to today, she still has not been on camera. That is what we know. Whether she is fine and well, we don't know. We did a welfare check for anyone that doesn't know. The police went there. We are waiting on body cam footage that Tammy has subpoenaed, or whatever it's called in America. We're waiting for that. She's typed in the chat, but that's it. So the health of her, the well-being, how she is, she's not been on camera. Is that important? Yes. Yes, it is. Eli is tech savvy enough to fake her voice and typing. Possibly. We don't know for a fact the woman that made the noise was Dawn. It could have been any family member, could have been his auntie, could have been a friend, could have been anybody. The typing in the chat, Eli was live at the time. It would be harder to fake that, but it doesn't confirm that Dawn is at the house. That doesn't confirm she was there. Typing in the chat doesn't confirm being at the house. It confirms she's typing enough so she's well enough to. It still doesn't confirm her being at the house, because you can type from anywhere. So there's still nigglings on how Dawn is, and he claims they could do a show, at any point. Whether he will or not, we'll have to see. Because eventually he's going to have to bring her out on camera. This week, this month, this year, he's going to have to bring her back on camera. Because he claims it's their purpose. So why wouldn't she want to participate? It was likely Eli's mum telling him to go to bed. Bad Eli. Go to bed. He has countless hours of footage from his cameras in-house to get audio from. That is true, Joe Smo. That is true. Eli is not shy to the tech-savvy world. Even if it was her voice, it means nothing. He could have made a recording, put 5 minutes of empty silence before it so it appears spontaneous during a stream. He could have done many things. The typing in the chat doesn't confirm it's her. She could have been anywhere. She could have been at her mother's, and he was like, look, will you just put in the chat? You're fine. Okay, just do me a solid. You know, I took care of you. I paid your medical bill. Just type in the chat. You're fine. Doesn't mean she's at Eli's. Because I've still not heard the dogs. You may be able to control Dawn making noise, but you can't control dogs. Dogs will make noise if they so wish to. So I'm surprised the dogs haven't made a noise. I really am. They seem to be awfully quiet dogs compared to what they were, where they were barking during his videos. Gone from like one extreme to the other, which wouldn't say it's concerning, but it's unusual. It's different. You know, if I had a dog here and it kept making noise and then all of a sudden for a week or two it was just mute, you'd probably think it was dead. I mean, unless I'd had like some training lessons in between and suddenly got my dog to be quiet while I was streaming and had it sitting there, it would seem weird to just dead silence an animal all of a sudden, especially if they're used to barking in her streams or being around. I mean, it could just be me. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be strange or weird. It just seems it. You know, I like things that when you put the facts together, they stack up. You know what I mean? Dawn, I will DoorDash you a 6-pack if you mod the chat tonight. Thanks, babe. Tell your mum I said hi. Yeah. And she could have typed from anywhere. Even when the police turn up, there's no proof that she was there. I'm going to assume she was there based on the fact that the police left and they seem to have possibly no underlying concerns. But she wasn't there the rest of the week because he couldn't even bring her on stream. And if he claims that Dawn is sick and unwell, why is he on a stream as he claims he wants to look after and take care of her? He did numerous chats, live streams, interviews when Dawn was supposedly unwell and sick and needed him. Speaks volumes. Dawn chugs those tall cats, probably swallows them whole. Morning, Pete. But you can see our concern. She's still not been on camera. Even now, after having the police, he's still not put her on camera, which still begs the question, is Dawn really there? We may never know that answer because he could just turn around and continuously say that Dawn is asleep and Dawn is unwell and Dawn is taking a hiatus from YouTube, but he couldn't do it indefinitely. If he claims she's part of the business, then she would need to come out at some point. I just don't believe that she's there because she used to type in every chat. She used to be in there. She used to have his back. And now she's kind of slipping to where she's too tired or too unwell to type in the chat. She went to a concert. She went to a family reunion. She was well enough to do that, but she's not well enough to appear on camera or type in Eli's chat. The body cam will show they would have had to have spoken with her. Yeah. No matter what Eli wants to claim, Dawn will have to come out on camera eventually because he says they're partners. He says she wants to be a part of the channel. But if she was fit and well enough to go to a concert, she was fit and well enough to go to her reunion, maybe her therapist has told her not to do YouTube temporarily. Wouldn't surprise me if they had. Because I don't think social media is going to help her. I don't think coming on YouTube, dealing with the trolls, the the haters is helping her mental health. Whether Eli wants to say she's working through something or she just has moments. Mental healths are not moments. They're not little things you pick up one day and drop the next. They're situations that take time to resolve themselves. So if her therapists have said, look, your woman's not well enough to do YouTube, I would highly believe that. I would highly believe she's not well enough to be on YouTube. You can, talk to this woman and tell her as much about YouTube and the trolling and the hating, and it's going to be bad, you're going to be trolled, but it's living it. It's an entirely different story. And I've said this before. When Dawn was told about the trolling and the hating and the shit that comes with YouTube, I do not believe she was ready. The concert was supposed to cheer her up since she missed the wedding, but no, Kakari goes and fucks it up. Well, of course he does. What more did you expect from him than a self-absorbed car stream about him? It's just a different show, different day. Nothing changes. It's always the same. It's always about Eli. Eli's the victim. Eli's the attention seeker. Eli's the star of the show. It's my channel. My profits, my channel, my purpose. Dawn is just there for the ride. And in the car journey, she couldn't even get a ride without drama. He had to take a single thing that she was so excited about and just shit all over it. And then not even have the balls to be apologetic, turn the camera off, and be a decent human being, let alone, be a coach. Because if that story had been told to me as a coaching thing, I would have been like, the guy's an a-hole. He should have turned it off, commiserated with his woman, spoke to her, and cancelled the rest of the stream. Instead of going, no, we don't want to show them that we're weak. We're going to make my woman cry on stream. She's going to like it. And we're going to film it. I think he didn't want the car journey to be boring. And I think he worked out a way of making it interesting. Because filming in a car, don't get me wrong, it's fine. But it's boring. As you heard, Eli wanted to give directions on what road he was taking and the direction. Oh, Jesus, fuck me, nearly nodded off. It's boring, okay? Eli talking about, bits and pieces, I nod off. Now, I've had J-Rom do camera videos before where he's going along and he's talking and everything, and I don't fall asleep. I wonder why. But I think he didn't want the car journey to be boring, so he ramped up the excitement as per usual. He had to make it about him. He'd bought her tickets to go to the concert, but really it was all about him, And the fact that he still, even now, claims she had a moment and isn't apologetic, he needs a bitch slap. Proper bitch slap. I wouldn't take that shit from a man. If a guy upset me on camera, I'd throw, like Tammy said, the fucking thing out the window. I would have hit that button and turned the stream off. I would have grabbed it and hit the stream off and turned it off and said, if you care about that fucking much about the fucking YouTube, you can drop me off at the next fucking exit and I'll fucking make my own way back home and you can go to the concert by yourself. Fuck the tickets. Fuck the money. I would have gone home. I wouldn't have spent the rest of the day with that moron because I guarantee you he had a go at her off camera. Soon as that camera went off and they reached that concert, I bet he had a go at her and made her cry again. But I wish you guys a nice Sunday. Thank you, Pete. I bet he made her cry before she then went to the concert. I bet he had a go at her. Soon as that camera was off, I bet he was telling her that she'd made a spectacle, that we were going to use it now, that, she'd done another thing to make him look bad. And I bet he had a go at her. And I bet that was the camel that broke. I bet that was the stick that broke the camel's back. I bet he had a go at her off camera. And she was basically like, fuck you. She went to the concert. And then I bet she left and went to her mother's. I wouldn't put it past her. If she had any balls, she would have done that. She would have said, no, fuck this. Gone to the concert, because obviously Eli paid for it, watched the concert, and then when they got back home, packed up her shit and fucking left. And then that's when she disappeared. Because I bet he talks to her differently off camera. He wants to be all loving and tender and all nice to her and be all sweetie and baby and all this. But I bet off camera, once they come off a stream or a live stream, or his own stream, even when she's in the chat, I bet he has a go. Why weren't you talking in the chat? What else were you doing? Why weren't you supporting my stream? How dare you make me look bad? You know this is my business, right? How am I going to fund your lifestyle if you keep fucking up? And I bet he just had a go at her. Which is even worse, because the abuse he does on camera, I guarantee was turned down. I guarantee the abuse that she gets in real life off camera is 10 times worse. 10 times worse. I bet she spends most of the day on the brink of tears. And if Dawn is out there and you're watching this, Dawn, and I guarantee you're not, because Eli probably makes sure that you can't watch anybody that has some substance and interest. If Dawn ever wants to be interviewed and give the real tea on Eli on a channel, I'm open to it. I'd have Dawn on a heartbeat to talk to her, just to find out the real cahoots of Eli. I want to know what he's like off camera. I know what he's like behind the scenes, and he was all lovey-dovey and all this shit. But when no one is watching, I guarantee that guy's a different person, especially to Dawn. I bet he's nasty. Like when she wouldn't put her face towards the mic. She'd never done that before. And he moved her face. I would have slapped him. Do you think Dawn could create her own channel? Why not? Why couldn't she? She could actually help people. She was a nurse. She's a recovering alcoholic. She has got a slight criminal record with the DUIs. She has had abusive relationships. She has a lot to offer aside from trying to be a life coach with Eli. She could make her own channel in some respects. She would have to work on herself first to get herself to a place where she feels able enough to help others. Because she has done things within her life. She had arguments with her daughter and stuff. She's not a recovering alcoholic. Well, Eli said she's a recovering alcoholic. And obviously, why would Eli lie? Okay, she actually has to stop doing something to be recovering. Okay, she's a continuing alcoholic with the want to be recovering. Possibly. Maybe. I'm just going on what Eli says. And obviously Eli gives truth bombs. So I was just running with it, Tammy. She could do her own channel. She'd need to work on herself first. And get herself to a place where she is fit and healthy before anybody would take any notice. She is still a drunk. She is still a drunk. Whether she wants to be a drunk, I don't know. Whether it's the way she's had a rough life or it's the way Eli plows her with alcohol to keep her with him now, I don't know whether she would still choose to be an alcoholic if there was a way of having another option. She claims she wants to get better. She wants the help. But Eli plowing her with alcohol, feeding her this pipe dream of, this wonderful life they're going to have, I'm not surprised she drinks. It just probably dulls the pain. Eli is cramping her style. She wants to get her drink on. Woohoo! Possibly. I do think that maybe deep down a part of her doesn't want to be an alcoholic. I don't think she wants to be who she is. I think maybe she does want to recover and that she does want to have the relationship with her daughter in time. I don't think she can do that with Eli around. She mixes alcohol and benzos. Who's Don, RJ? He meant Dawn. Come on, Gordo. We can speak RJ. It's fine. I think she wants to be better. I think the relationship with her daughter really does kill her, that it is so strained. Because if I had a relationship with my son that was strained, I'd want to make it better. I think Eli's got her in a position where she's stuck. She's got no friends. She's disjointed from her family. She's got no money apart from maybe her benefits that I guess she's on due to the problems she has. I don't think she's financially sound to walk away. I'd be very surprised if she had enough money just to get up and leave and then to have her own life, because obviously with the DUIs and the alcohol and everything, she would find it hard to get a job. Yeah, he means Dawn. So I think she would like to be better. Whether she can be around Eli, I don't think so. I think she'd need to get rid of Eli, stop the drinking, go into rehab, try and make a friendship with her daughter before it's too late. I think someone said her daughter was pregnant. I don't know if that's been confirmed. Someone said the other day that her daughter was pregnant. And I can tell you, not having a relationship with your grandchild and your own daughter, would be terrible. I mean, he's got her isolated, and isolating her means he has full control over her. Yeah. Even with the cameras, he micromanages everything she does. She can't have her phone. She can't have an email. Yes, she is. Someone said she was pregnant. She can't have her phone because he'll check everything. He can't have an email because Eli reads everything. She's now on security cameras 24/7. That woman gets up to shit and piss at night. Eli knows she's got up. It's horrible to be in a situation where you are that isolated, but I don't know what it would take for Dawn to leave him either at this point. The camera thing is beyond creepy. We've gone over the cameras a few times, and his reason for the cameras is because she has seizures and to watch the dogs when they're away from home, because she likes to watch the dogs and make sure they're okay. I get the dog thing. It's a bit excessive because with her being ill, she doesn't really leave the house very often. So I don't know for what foreseeable time you would be away from the dogs to need that, because like Eli said, they're not going anywhere. She's too sick. So the cameras are a bit counterproductive there because they're not going away long enough to need them. She's basically living in a high security prison. Yeah. Who needs a police tag when you can have 24/7 round the clock security in your house? It's weird. I know some people like Anna and J-Rom said they have cameras in their house because they have a nanny, and I get that. They have cameras on the outside of their house as well, and cameras on the inside because they have an employee working for them. The nanny is an employee, and they want to make sure that their children are well cared for and looked after and fed and watered, and the kids are following the rules and all that. But a mature couple, if she was that ill and she was having that many seizures and that many problems, she would have a panic button, not a camera watching her. She'd have a panic button. I said this the other day. I have a panic button that we wear at work. You have panic systems where if she was to collapse or something, you'd press it or whatever. If she felt unwell, you'd press it and it would send an ambulance. I don't think you need round-the-clock security. Because if she did have a seizure or a fall or whatever, her having the cameras, Eli's got to be looking at that camera at that specific time to see her have a seizure or to see her fall. So unless he's watching them 24/7, he's not going to just catch her falling at any point or catch her having a seizure. And even then, it would take time to help her. He'd be much better with a panic button, but you have to pay for stuff like that in America, I presume. We have cameras, but not on the inside. The cameras are there to detect long peen. It's a dick camera. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Let's be honest. Let's not make this anything it isn't. It's weird. Is it me or is Raven's audio and visual not synced? Is what not synced? Is it not? Hello? I think it's just, is it just Gordo? I'm using Restream to stream today. I'm tired of fucking StreamYards. It's a fucking dick. StreamYards is shite. So I'm trying a thing called Restream instead. And I used it yesterday as well. Is anybody else having problems or is it just Gordo? Because I thought it was in sync. Hello? I thought it was in sync. It's on sync on mine. And I've got my little window over here that's playing it. No, it's just Gordo. Gordo, you're making problems that aren't there, sweetie. Apparently it's just you. Yeah, I can see myself. I can hear myself. Your audio is coming through quicker than the visuals. No, it's not just Gordo. Really? Was it like that yesterday? It's not just Gordo. Read it again. I'm now reading it. Oh. Was it like that yesterday? Was that like it yesterday? Because I did exactly the same thing yesterday. Maybe I just take Eli's shit off my screen. Maybe that'll work. Let me take that out. Seems like a sync, but I'm just looking at your shirt. What the F does it say? It says you are on mute. It says you are on mute. You know my tops, Joe. I always have cool tops. Maybe YouTube is having a moment. Has it been the entire stream? Has the entire stream been out of sync? Because I'm trying. Someone told me to try Restream instead of StreamYards. Someone said that Restream would be easier to do Eli stuff on than StreamYards because StreamYards is too fucking glitchy. At midnight. Oh. Okay. Well, it won't affect RJ because he's blind. It's not going to affect RJ. He can't see me anyway. Although I am a fit, hot, young 39-year-old woman, RJ, just in case you're wondering. That's better, Raven. It's back in sync since you shut that window. Well, I had the window open because I was doing Eli's shit. See, I can't find a streaming service that isn't just fucked up. StreamYards won't let me restream Eli because it keeps crashing because they're just glitchy as fuck. And this one is apparently out of sync. the things that I have to put up with to be a part of some YouTube hate community. I have to put up with bad audio and bad syncing because there's no effective way to troll and harass Eli. People, sort it out. Give me a better way to troll and harass Eli, okay? We need one. Come on. Oh my God. Yeah, we need a better way of trolling and harassing Eli, people, because none of my shit is working. Apparently. It's synced. Fuck my life. It's just so fucking annoying to not be able... Is it all right on your end now? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Yes, it's synced. Thank you, North. I do try. I'm a bit shit at YouTube. Obviously, I don't have a massive studio, and I don't have a life coach helping me make my channel better. When do you think was the last time Elo gave Dawn the turbo tongue? Probably months. I close my windows when I watch Eli. I don't want my neighbors thinking I'm getting coached by an imbecile. What you using to stream, laptop or phone? Laptop. I'm using my laptop. I have 2 laptops actually. I'm using my laptop and I'm using studio.restream.io currently. I'm using Restream because StreamYard sucks ass. StreamYard is too glitchy and I couldn't restream Eli with it. But apparently this is better. We're going to have to see about that. Whether I can restream Eli on here and it be better, I don't know. We're going to have to play that one by ear. But this was suggested to me instead of StreamYards because StreamYards is gay. And if you remember, Eli's going to sue StreamYards, so they're going to go out of business. What was it, 10 million? He was going to stream, was it 5 million, 10 million? However, he was going to sue them, weren't he, for allowing me to restream his streams. He was going to sue them. Come at me, Eli. Turbo tongue, yeah. He apparently gives women the turbo tongue. I'm grossed out as much as you, North. But someone told me to use Restream, and it would help. So the title of the stream was "The Dominos Just Keep Falling," and I think it's memory issues with the laptop having multiple windows open, maybe causing it too slow. I do have a lot of shit on my laptop. I may have to get a dongle and take some of it off. I do use it for work. Get yourself a better PC. I do have 2 laptops. Joe for sure can't let anyone hear that clown. Oh no, you don't want to hear any. You don't want people to know you're being life coached. I do need to clean my laptop out. I do have work stuff on here and it takes a lot of memory. But thank you, Gorda. I will look into the memory on my laptop and it probably needs to have a refresh. And I need to go through some stuff and delete some stuff. So I will spend a day doing that next when I'm off. I will try to recalibrate my laptop and get rid of some shit. But I do use it for work and other stuff. It's not just for streaming Eli. As much as I would love a laptop that I just used to stream Eli on. I do have another laptop which I could try using Restream on that might be better. Maybe the next Restream of Eli I will do on my second laptop, and that's a newer laptop, so that might be better. We shall see. But does anybody else have anything to say on the community tab of Eli this morning? How it's basically just everybody else's fault, and that we're basically to blame for everybody jumping ship. I mean, can we be to blame that, Jeff came to his senses? Can we be to blame that Glitch Dash came to his senses? Can we be to blame that Damien came to his senses, or, you know, anybody came to their senses? I ran a Mac running an i5 processor with 20 gigabytes RAM, so I know it's not this end. Oh, Gordo, you're turning into Eli. Eli's in the chat, people. His mumbo jumbo techie talk has infiltrated my chat. 15 people watching. Good morning to all you lurkers. If you're watching, Eli, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, Eli, because you know you like this content. You know you couldn't get past another day without hearing what I thought of you, Eli. You know you love it. And if Dawn's out there and you want an interview, Dawn, I'll give you one. I give you an interview in a heartbeat, Dawn. You want to come on my channel and tell people what Eli's really like behind the scenes and give yourself a voice? My emails are in the descriptions of my videos. Come over to Raven and I'll give you an interview so you can have your own thoughts and opinions. I know Eli wouldn't like it, and I know he wouldn't allow you to do it, so I'm not hopeful. But if you want an interview, Dawn, I've known Eli for 7 years. You have a fraction of knowledge of Eli compared to what I do. The leaders of DoorDash Glitchgate crew tore him a new one. They did. Since I went Mac Pro, I never looked back. Well, unfortunately, guys, my laptop is rented from Hughes because I don't have the money to buy laptops. I am self-sufficient and I live alone. I have one income and one income only, and that is mine. And I already work 4 and 5 days a week for a very menial pay. So I don't have money to have MacBook Pros and MacBook processors and all of that. I rent my laptop. So that's how poor I am. If you want to make fun of that, Eli, that I rent a laptop to be able to do YouTube and then I'm poor, then so be it. I don't shy away from the fact that I don't have money, but I also don't cry on here and cry that I need to go to a family reunion and then buy, what was it, a £200 what was it, hard drive for my computer so that I can keep every video that ever slags me off. Yeah. 7 years of intense life coaching, Raven. You should be cured by now. What do you think my problem is, Joe? What do you think I need to be cured of? What am I struggling with? Am I mentally unwell? Is that what it is, Joe? What do you think I'm suffering from that I need to be cured for? Because Eli thinks I'm a clown and that I'm a third-rate citizen and that I'm jealous. I just don't know how I'm going to cope with the rest of my day. Raven, I never had a problem with you. Really? Really? That's why you banned me 4 times. That's why you trolled me. That's why you made numerous videos on me, because I don't have a problem with you. Mental. I guess just like the rest of it. We're all mentally challenged. I guess the cat's out of the bag. We're all mentally challenged in some way. Some mornings I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed. Does that make me mentally challenged? No, it just makes me lazy. There's a difference. It's easy to tarnish an umbrella term to an entire community rather than picking and choosing which people to fight. Just fight everybody. Instead, it's a very easy target then to just be like, well, I hate everybody because they're mentally challenged. You then don't have to pick fights with individual people and possibly actually life coach people, because an umbrella term to a community is so easy than picking faults with each one of us. because you can't pick faults of each one of us, because you don't know any of us. You don't know what any of us do behind the scenes. You don't know any of us lives or anything. We know your life because you put it on the internet. You put everything out there. The fights with Dawn's daughter, you didn't have to put on the internet. Dawn's medical stuff, you didn't have to put it on the internet, but you chose to. You know, you pick and choose what stuff you put out there. We choose to put as little as possible out there. Because I don't need people knowing my private life to a big audience. But behind the scenes, I'm quite happy to have people like Gordo and Tammy and Anna and J-Rom want to know what I had for breakfast, want to know what I had for lunch, want to know that I watched a film last night. Because they actually care. The wider audience probably don't care what I did last night, what I had for breakfast. Because they're not invested in me as a person necessarily. They're invested in the whole Eli story and stuff like that. Some people are, some people aren't. Some people want to be your friends off YouTube. Some just want to have the drama and the Eli stuff. Fine by me either way. Eli has to put people in tiny little boxes. It's the only way he can cope with his OCD. Yeah, he couldn't just go from person to person and pick their flaws and faults. He's got to use an umbrella term because it's just easy to assume that we're all mentally challenged. It's easy to assume that we're all jealous of him. Instead of picking on people individually, like coming for me, you know, I live in a small flat. I must be jealous he lives in Cali. He has a girlfriend, so I must be jealous because I'm single. He's got a family estate and he's going to have shit tons of money. Well, I must be jealous of that too. Actually, I'm not. Money is the root to all evil, especially if it's Eli. Jealous of his girlfriend? No. I wouldn't want her family problems. I wouldn't want her health issues. Not jealous. Jealous of where Eli lives. It looks like a dump. Looks like a dump. That trail is nothing special compared to the disused railway line that I film, you know, that has railway stuff and greenery and stuff like that. Yours is a proverbial fucking dump. I'm not jealous of anything, no matter what you think. You can sugarcoat your rosy life over there all you like to be like everyone wants to be me and everybody's jealous. We're not jealous. Gordo has a Jag, remember? He's not jealous of your car. Not jealous of a fucking Honda. I'm not even jealous of your car, and I don't even drive. I'm not jealous of anything. I'm jealous of J-Rom and his cute puppies and his cute guinea pigs. That I'm jealous of. I'm jealous of cute guinea pigs, and I'm jealous that she can see a moose just looking out of her window. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a moose looking out your window? Or to see a deer looking out your window? The Midnight Raven, hello, Miss Raven. Resla Mania sent me your way for a quick hello. Hope all is well. Hey, the village Skip Smith. Yes, I know Resla. I've known Resla for maybe 5 years. 4 or 5 years. I've known Resla for a while. Welcome to my channel. Today we are having a bit of a rant. It's like watching a Chinese movie. What is? What's like Mr. Blogs? It's like watching. What's like watching a Chinese movie? Did I miss something? I don't know, but welcome, Mr. Blogs. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe Eli can help me out. Vlogs, yes, it's out of sync again, though. Oh, come on. Really? I've got nothing open. Oh, really? Again? Fuck's sake. It's starting to annoy me now. That trailer is on a retended pond. Full movie of dead weaves. It pisses me off. I like people ranting. Well, hello, Mr. Boggs. Thank you for the welcome. I've known Resler for years as well. He even did a few collabs with me. He and his wife are good people, in my opinion. Yes, and I do love his son as well. My son also has autism. So me and Resler have a lot in common. It's like one of those bad Chinese. I'll go f yourself, Gordo. Would you like me to stop the stream? I can go. If it's that much, I can just go. Raven is trying here, but Raven is also poor, okay? I have the laptop I have. There's nothing I can do about that. I've tried StreamYards. I've tried Restream. I've got internet boosters in my house. I have a weird typo. I will sub because of the ranting. Well, thank you, Mr. Boggs. I did hit 3,100, just in case anybody is wondering. The funny thing is, people watch those things, Gordos. Well, I'm trying. I don't know what else I can do. I've tried StreamYards. I've tried Restream. I've got internet boosters in my house provided by BT, and it's still not working. So I might get in contact with BT and see if they can work out what's going on. Because I'm paying for this, remember? Put the worlds to right. It's all good. It's watchable. Thank you to Smith. It just sucks. I'm poor, okay? I can't afford fancy Mac laptops. I have a laptop. I have internet boosters. I might have to clear my laptop out. And I think my Google needs updating as well. I think my Google browser needs updating. I meant the Chinese movies were lame. Oh, I thought you were saying I was lame, North. I was going to send you for some life coaching. I don't. It's okay as long as the audio is clear. Hello. I'm sure you can hear me. I don't know if anybody. Tammy's going live today for Nicole's birthday, but she changed the time apparently. I think she put it in a group somewhere. She changed the time that the live stream is. Coach lag. I agree the audio quality is great. See? The audio is great and the picture is shite. Make that make sense. As always, Raven's having fucking problems. I just can't do anything right, can I? I need some life coaching. So I need some life coaching in my life. Bresler, glad you can make it. Appreciate the praise. You just don't know me well enough, I guess. Just kidding, my friend. You and your wife are good people too. Oh, he had you there, Resler. Yeah. Thank you for coming over. The villager Skip Smith. Thank you to Resler as well. But I don't really know what else to say. I've done my piece for Eli this morning. I've said what I had to say. I still have seen no proof that Dawn is on camera and well from her own mouth, which I would love to see. Yes, it's a little, I think, but still a viewable stream. Audio is clear. I'm having problems. I have a cheap laptop. I have boosters for my internet. I really am trying to be a good YouTuber. I'm trying Restream. If anybody knows a streaming service that doesn't fuck up, I'd love to hear about it. I've tried StreamYards. I've tried Restream. None of it is working. I'm going to have to try and update my laptop somehow or take some shit I have on it off and create some space. I also need to update my Google browser apparently as well. That's just come up. It says relaunch to update. So maybe my Google browser needs updating and then it'll sync everything back up. I don't know. Thank you to anybody that's persevered with my terrible stream. I have tried to have a decent stream. The content is good. Let's not beat around the bush. The content is good. I'm also going to a firework display tonight. If anybody wants to watch the fireworks at 7 p.m. my time, we're going to do a live firework display that I'm going to. Hi, and bye. Always seem to come in at the end of people's streams. Oh, well, have a great day of rest, Raven. Thank you, Resla. I'm streaming the fireworks tonight, 7 p.m. Don't miss it. Fireworks. I'm going to be taking a video of the fireworks and then I'm going to load it as a premiere afterwards. So if you want to see some fireworks, I'm going to take the video of the fireworks and then I'm going to load it as a premiere, which will probably go up maybe an hour after the fireworks have gone off. So if you're interested in fireworks, I'm going to do a premiere of the fireworks, as long as nobody else is streaming at that time. If not, I will postpone it or either. And we're going to go see some fireworks tonight, as it is the 5th of November. So it is firework night in the UK. I don't know if they have firework night in America, but it's fireworks in the UK tonight. Usually it's over the entire weekend. I'm going to the rugby club to watch a display this evening. It's about 15-20 minutes of fireworks, maybe a bit less. But there's food, there's entertainment, there's a bar. So it should all be all fun and good. I've also got to draw some money before I go as well, because I've got to get in and then I want some food and some fun. And the fireworks are 7 p.m. my time, so hopefully within the hour I would have the premiere up and running. Obviously I will alert everybody to it happening. Behind the scenes, you can all come to my Discord. Thanks for making me welcome. I'm in Florida, so probably will not be up when the fireworks are up, but sounds interesting. Have a great time. You can watch the video back. I'm going to do a premiere so you can watch it all at any time. You don't have to watch it live. Thank you to Smith for popping in. Thank you to Resla for mentioning Smith. It's been a good day so far. I haven't really done anything, but it's been a good day. Happy, simple, humble life is 100% better than a miserable, delusional, fake coaching life. Yeah, basically. You want to put that in a nutshell, North, and put it in a fortune cookie? That's what I would hope for. A simple, happy, humble existence. So, excuse me. Yeah, I think that's what we'd all like. A happy, humble, simple life. Stick it in a fortune cookie and I'm done. So there's 16 people here. I love all you lurkers. Some of you are obviously at work. I know it's a Sunday, but some of you, burn the candle, as they say, at both ends. Me, I am off till Tuesday. Tomorrow, I am going out. Let's reiterate once again. If you would like to help the channel, I am going out for lunch tomorrow. I'm going to film some stuff for Christmas. If you want to donate to the channel, paypal.me at marcuswain85. If you want to help the channel out, you can give a super chat. But if you want to help me go out tomorrow with my friend and have lunch and, all that good stuff, consider a PayPal, as I get that effective immediately and I get the full amount compared to YouTube taking 30%. So I'll put it in the chat one more time. If you want to help out with the donation for a drink or some food, it will pop up in the chat. And that will go 100% to me, because if you donate to Super Chat, YouTube do take 30%. And I also don't get that until the end of the month. But I'm going out tomorrow. We're going to have dinner. We're going to do a bit of shopping. I'm going to get a bit of me time before I go back to work. And then I am working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Possibly. So I have at least 5 days of work in a row coming up. So it's not great. 2 of them days, I'm actually in charge. I'm actually running the store on Wednesday and Thursday. So I am El Capitano on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be running the place, which is daunting after you've had 3 weeks off, because I am going into a barrage of unknown. I'm going to have to quickly get back in the swing of it on Tuesday to run the store Wednesday and Thursday. And a lot's gone on since I've been off. So I'm going to have to catch up, because we are in full Christmas mode. Effective now, basically. Halloween's gone. Christmas is here, apparently. And it's full Christmas. Just to let you know, and your people, Raven, that I am back filming for the channel starting today. Okay? Kate, do you want to put your link back in the chat, Katie? If you want to put your link in the chat again for your channel. Anyone that doesn't know Katie and Family, I'll give you a little bit of a synopsis. Katie and Family is Katie and Kieran and Willow. Kieran is my 21-year-old son. Katie is a new mother. They both work in care when they do work. And Willow is my grandchild, and she is a little over 3 months old. They do a channel based around family, and I'm sure Katie's got some good ideas coming up in the run up to Christmas and fall and all that good stuff. But if you want to see a family channel, there's no Eli drama over there. It is happy, simple, humble family life, shopping, days out, and stuff like that. Please don't take the Eli drama to Katie and Family. If I find out that you're over there and you're talking about Eli and making drama, I will lay the raven down on all of you. Her channel is about Willow and their family. It's not about Eli. If you want to talk about Eli, you keep the drama here. But we are going to the firework display this evening. The weather is fucking amazing. Compared to the week we've had of just torrential rain, so far, the fireworks are tonight, and it's now 2:30. The fireworks are still on. There was firework displays all over that have been cancelled. There was meant to be one at the raceway. They've cancelled it. I believe the ones in Attleborough are still going on. The first video back is taking Willow to see the fireworks for the first time. There you go. We're going to see the fireworks this evening. So I'm filming the fireworks. Katie's filming Willow being at the fireworks. So we're all having a filming day. So, you know, CGAC 5, is that 5 Canadian? Is that 5 Canadian? That's me. What's me? The CGAG. The CGAC. Is that you? No. Is that Canadian dollars? I can't see it on my thing. Hang on. I've got to go onto my actual video to see it. Is that Canadian dollars? Is that Canadian dollars? I can't. Oh, thank you to CGAG for the $5 super chat. Let's celebrate the first chat on a live stream. Yes, the first chat I've had today. So thank you for that. I had to look that it was Canadian. But yeah, thank you. That's from me. Oh, you didn't have to, North, but thank you so much. Yes, cheers. Thank you. You're very welcome, North. You've been a very inspirational asset to my channel. Unlike Eli, I do appreciate every donation from $1 to a cent to a Canadian dollar to an English pound. But thank you for that. Yeah, I'll have a drink tomorrow on your behalf when I go to Weatherspoons. But thank you, North. Was there anything else? I don't think so. I don't think there was anything else. I think I pretty much said everything. Yeah, we're going to the fireworks. I'm going back to work on Wednesday, so streaming's going to be erratic for the entire week because I really have to get into my work, like actual work, like 9 till 5 shit. Or in my case, it's 7:30 until 6:30. Especially when I'm opening and closing the store. It takes time. And being in charge, I've got to be on point. But I will try and check in with all the drama and, you know, I will try and participate in everything. But it might be the week from hell going back to work because I've had 3 weeks off. So it's an adjustment to going back. I really don't want to go. I'd quite happily never go back to work again. I'd love to do different work, but that's a future goal that I want to do. I do have a goal for my future. It may not seem like it. My goal is not to work at the works for my entire life. I'd love to own a VW camper van, and I would love to travel the country filming. That would be my ideal retirement. Traveling the country in my little VW, going round, filming stuff, going to haunted places, and just generally having a different kind of life. But things haven't panned out that way yet. But when they do, you'll be the first to know. Yes, so I've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. If there's nothing else that anybody else wants to talk about, I'm going to take a break and go have a rest, maybe have something to eat. before the fireworks this evening. Like I said, the fireworks won't be live, but they will be a premiere once I've gone to the fireworks. So you're looking at an hour or two. And then Tammy is streaming for Witchy Nicole's birthday. And the time has changed. Go check Tammy's community tab or go check her Discord if you're in it, and find out all the juicy gossip there. Or go to my Discord. I'm sure she's put it in one of them. But if you want to like and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. If anybody else has got any comments or concerns, put it in the chat. You got me for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I am going to jump ship. And like I said, go get something to eat before the fireworks. I have no drink currently, which is sucking. I might actually have to go to Tesco's and get some drink because I am really thirsty. I die on thirsty, and I've got nothing left in the house. And I hate shopping. Sucks to be me. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, follow the channel. Any updates on Coach Cucky, I'll let you know. I don't know if Tammy's going live aside from Witchy Nicole today. I'm sure if she goes live or anybody else goes live, you'll know about it. I hope you've enjoyed this little look into Eli. And once again, if Dawn is fine, just put Dawn on camera. Do a stream, 10, 20 minutes, half hour. Do a 1 second short of her. Do a 1 minute short. Prove Dawn is fine. Is that possible? When you come into ours? I don't know. I'd love to see Willow for a bit longer. I'd love to come earlier. I'd love to spend some time with Willow and you guys, instead of just coming there and going to the fireworks. But, you know, I see you've had company this morning, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to outstay my welcome. I'll message you behind the scenes, I guess. Kieran said come 5:30 and we'll leave here at 6. Okay. 5:30 it is. Half 5. So it's 2:45. I haven't eaten. I'm absolutely starving. I need to find some food from somewhere. I might walk into town and have a Subway or something, or go to Dominos and have a pizza. I don't fancy cooking. I might just walk into town and get some food. Domino's or a pizza or Subway, maybe Subway. Did you? Maddie's coming too. No, Kieran told me earlier. I haven't spoken to Talon. But I'll message you behind the scenes. I'm going to walk into town and get some food anyway, as it's 2:45. By the time I walk down there and have something to eat, or I might go to Costa. I don't know. I'm going to go get some food because I'm starving. But like and subscribe. Big thumbs up. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, a PayPal, Super Chat, Super Thanks. Become a member. Support the channel. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow for a live stream at some point. But I am off to Durham. I'm out to lunch and I'm off to have a bit of a mooch around to go a little bit of Christmas window shopping. So I will see you guys all at Witchy Nicole's birthday later on this evening. I will put a link in my Discord to that stream. You have Subways and Domino's. You are so Americanized. I know. That's an Eli influence, isn't it? I've been Americanized, Joe. I'm sorry. Or I might go to Costa. Who knows? But I will see you all later. I love you all. Have a good day. Bye, guys.